One thing I'm very fond of is like the odd, brightly colored wall sticking out in an otherwise very drab neighborhood. My name is Jake Dobkin. I'm a serious amateur photographer based here in Brooklyn. During the day, I work in the internet industry, but at night and on the weekends, I devote myself to photography. I have this idea that I'm trying to explore over time, this idea of the way neighborhoods are transforming, the way our city is changing, and that's something that I want to capture. This is a story for artists, not for the media, because there isn't so much news here. I mean, like, city changing, this just in, breaking news. It's not news, it's something else. In some sense, all photographers are working to freeze time, right? It's to capture something and hold it. One of the pictures that I'm interested in taking is of small buildings. I'm interested in these one-story buildings. Sometimes they look like sheds or garages. These are the kinds of buildings that always disappear when a neighborhood transforms because, honestly, the real estate is just too expensive to support them. It's just so, and they're not, there's nothing landmarked about them. There's nothing, architecturally significant about them, but they're beautiful in sort of a very authentic New York way. Another thing I like to photograph is industrial areas and industrial buildings. Look at this wall. I mean, like, that hasn't been painted in 20 or 30 years. And if you go up close to that wall, you have, like an abstract shot that is, as good as most of the abstract expressionism you'd find at MoMA. Of course, in my work, I always try to respect people's rights of private property. You know what I mean? But sometimes it sucks if you get arrested for it. Sometimes, like, I'll be walking through just the most abandoned industrial areas in the city. Here I am, like this, photographer trying to draw beauty out of these, harsh, places. Like, surely I must be the first person who's ever thought about doing this. And then I'll turn a corner, and there'll be another guy who looks pretty much exactly like me, wearing the same hipster clothes, same camera, taking the same picture. All of my pictures are destined for my photo blog, Blue Jake. Some people take pictures to make prints. I take my pictures to make a 900 by 600 pixel image for the web. Just the way Ansel Adams always talked about, as you're taking the picture, you gotta know what it's gonna look like in the final print. I have that same sense, except I know what it's gonna look like in the internet browser. I work in the internet, the internet is my medium. And I'll tell you one thing, I could probably program a better website than Ansel Adams. So, you gotta compete at what you're good at.